Coming up as we get into Thursday night and Friday. 65 degrees for Thursday evening. Friday, high of 78, some sunshine, and colder over the weekend. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings on the 94.1 The River.
Everybody's voting for the friendly voice of radio, the people's choice. Music, weather, sports, and news, it's radio. The people choose. Everybody's swinging to the swinging voice of radio, the people's choice. Big fry, small fry, dawn to dawn, it's radio that turns them on. Swinging, singing. Voice of radio, the people's choice. East Coast, West Coast, in between, it's radio that makes us
see. Do you mind if we dance with your dates?
Why, no, not at all. Go right ahead.
It is 7:08. That was at the Dexter Lake Club, by the way, in Oregon. Thursday morning, the 5th of October. Casey Kasem coming up Saturday. Going to be going back to 1986. That'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Rick Dees.
Dees what?
Music, 80s on Sunday right at noon. Chastity and Paulie Boyle, 27 wedding anniversaries. Crystal Hollingsworth in the club. Gary Steed in there. Fran Tick is celebrating one more candle on said cake. And Laura Searles in the club. Those Journey Toto tickets, there are very few left on the floor. They're about $300. The lower level, as you're looking at the stage, they're still in the 200s. Less than 100 if you want the upper deck looking at the stage. Coming to the BJCC in mid-February of next year.
All right, so if you're old and you want to hear a bunch of old people who think they can sing still, because they got to all be in there, I mean, at least mid-60s? Early 60s at the earliest, if there's any originals in there, which I'm sure there are.
You want to go see them or Big Boys, B-O-Y-Z?
I have no idea who Big Boys is.
Nobody else does either. Which one you going to go see?
I'm going to see something I can sing along with. I'm going to see the replacements in Journey, not Steve Perry, some dude they picked up on YouTube in China.
Pretty smart, though.
Yeah.
Got him out of China.
He does sound like Steve Perry. I'll give him that. It is 7:09 here on this Thursday, October the 5th. Speaking of Thursday, you heard in the local news headlines that we've got some football games that are being moved to Thursday, and this is nothing new. It happens every year as we get in the latter part of the football season. And it's hard to believe that we are in the second half of the football season for all the teams around the state of Alabama. But especially the last week or two, you really start to see a lot of games shift to Thursday. And coaches do that. Couple of reasons. One, if they make the playoffs, then it allows them maybe an extra day of rest, extra day of preparation, because usually by then you know who your opponent is. Maybe it allows the coaching staff to go scout the opponent in person at the next night on Friday. A little bit of rest. There's a lot of different reasons. So we're seeing some games start to move to Thursday, and a couple of them involving some area teams. One of them is next week. St. Clair County at Moody game has been officially moved to Thursday of next week. So a week from tonight, St. Clair County at Moody, and we'll have that game for you on the River Sports Network. You can watch that game live. Coach Tyler Robinson bringing his team just down the road over to Coach Jake Gaines down on 411 there. So we'll have that game for you. Pre-game show, 6 o'clock. Kickoff is at 7. That'll be on the Rivers main page, also up on YouTube. And then Pell City at Pinson Valley. That game has been moved to Thursday. That's Thursday, October the 26th. So that's a couple of weeks away. Pell City at Pinson Valley. That game has been moved to Thursday, October the 26th. So make sure that you are putting those on your calendar if you follow one of those teams. Next week, you know what I saw driving into town or driving into work this morning? I don't know why, but I saw some pictures earlier in the week, and I don't know why, but I saw yards being rolled in Pell City.
There's a bunch of them in Moody. There's just a bunch of them everywhere.
But it's homecoming yard rolling. And Pell City's homecoming isn't until next week. I saw a mom actually put on, "Oh, I love homecoming week." She's in Pell City. Last I checked, we're at Oxford this week. Next week.
We should be rolling their yards.
Next week is homecoming week. So I don't know if I missed something somewhere. Somebody out there either text me or send a message on Facebook or whatever. I don't know. I thought homecoming week was like the week of the game, not the week before the game. But I saw 2 new yards rolled on my way in to work this morning involving Pell City people.
I've noticed them kind of all over the place because it is kind of it's time of the year for homecomings. Mm-hmm. Auburn had theirs really early. Alabama plays Arkansas for their homecoming. You know what time they kick off?
Early?
11 o'clock.
Oh,
that means you got to have the parade at 8. And they've set the thing for that. But I have noticed some toilet paper in the trees, and don't light it to get it out of there. There was a lady in Jasper that tried that, and she burned her house down.
It was an old lady, right?
Nice house, too.
Yeah.
And I'll just burn this out of here. Foof.
Woof. All right, so thank you, everybody who's sending messages in. My buddy Casey says, I asked the same question. He's another dad. He's out of the loop like me. And and a bunch of people sending in this same response. But because it is a short week next week, kind of makes sense, I guess. But
No, it doesn't.
Play along.
What else you got to do on Monday and Tuesday than go roll yards?
Play along. So Pell City is out.
Okay.
Don't forget. Don't go on to what's happening in Pell City or what's really, really happening in Pell City page. And are the kids out of school in Pell City on Friday? If you don't know by now, you don't need to have children in your house. Kids in Pell City school system are out on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. This Friday as in tomorrow, and then Monday and Tuesday of next week, it is fall break. So that is, and thank you everybody who's sending messages, but that's the reason, is that is a short week in school. We roll the yards during school time. You do them at nighttime.
You got to make excuses for kids because they don't do anything wrong, right?
Yeah.
They're rolling yards wrong now.
A lot of kids will be out of town, so you can't roll the yards on Monday and Tuesday. I'm passing along what everybody is sending to me. So
Is it against the law to roll a yard?
I know some people. That have been extremely upset of a yard rolling, but yeah, I would think it's one, trespassing, right? Because you're getting on their property.
Well, you could technically throw them from the road.
Better have a good arm.
I mean, there's some trees right by the road. So
You know how you know when John's rolling a yard, he's got to roll it? You can hear this. It's just throwing it.
I'm never going to throw away a good roll of toilet paper.
I
know you won't.
What's the...
Teresa go pick it from the trees.
Yeah, there was no rolling of yards during COVID. That was for sure. What's the last yard that you rolled?
Oh, high school.
I think I've said this on the air before. When the block party, and I think the mayor/judge knows this. We've told him, but he's old and he probably forgot. But after the block party, I'm going to go ahead and call him out too. So after the block party, for about 3 or 4 years in a row, cleaning up the block party, I think I was in office. So I stuck around, helped clean up and stuff like that, like a good mayor does.
Yeah, right.
Tommy Bowers. Listen, me, Tommy Bowers, Pam Adamson, and I'm missing one person. I can't think of who it is. And there might have been one or two others. But at the end of the block party, after everybody had gone home, everything cleaned up, we would go and roll Judge Herford's yard before the judge became the mayor after me. And so that's the last yard I rolled. It was, his house is only a block or two away from where all the house or the block party stuff is. But me, Pan Adamson, Tommy Bowers, and dang it, I can't remember. There's at least one more person that went with us. And we didn't roll it like really, really bad. He has those hedges right there in the front. So those were easy to decorate. And we didn't make it tough because we didn't want to make it tough on the judge and his wife trying to get the toilet paper down. That's the last yard I rolled. And that's almost 20 years ago.
Mine was high school, safe to say, at 7:17 in the morning. But I don't know if there is a statute, ordinance, law.
Kathy says littering, too.
Yeah, I would think littering would certainly be a part of it. If you are one of the area's finest and you see some young men rolling a yard, do you roll on by or do you stop with whoop, whoop, light them up and say, what y'all doing? Watch them scamper?
Nah, I roll the window down. If I'm the popo, I roll the window down, and after they got do they run or do they do the deer in the headlights? If they're there,
more than likely they drove to it.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna. You look kind of dumb walking down the road with a crate of toilet paper over your shoulder.
Now, if you're there, you say, "Hey guys, y'all make sure you're respectful. Make sure you don't tear anything up, and y'all be careful."
And the next day on social media, a policeman stopped by and didn't do anything, kept driving.
I'm okay with that.
And then here comes the carpet.
I would be okay with that. Charlene says she subbed at the high school yesterday, and they were dressed up as hippies for homecoming week. She said she was confused as well, but at the high school, they've implemented homecoming week, even if it's a little early. Speaking of that, I did have somebody send this to me. They, let's see, 4th and 5th. Yeah, okay, so here's what homecoming dress-up days. It was, let's see, yesterday and today. So October the 4th, and this is really cattywampus. Again, Pell City is out tomorrow, and then next Monday and Tuesday. So homecoming week, they're getting some of it in this week. So yesterday was October the 4th, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday was Don't Worry, Be Hippie Day. Woo, woo, woo. Throwing it back to the 60s and 70s. Today, you could go in there. I can't. I'm in swishy shorts and just a Pell City wrestling shirt. It's Barbecue Dads versus Soccer Moms Day. So I guess you go dressed as a barbecue dad. You got to have some tube socks and some. Do you have? You got cargo pants on?
Oh, these aren't cargo pants. They said you can't wear them at Greystone, and I never know when that phone's going to ring.
Yeah.
We played in a tournament at Greystone one time, and we got 20 warnings not to wear cargo shorts. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yep. And what did we wear? Cargo shorts.
I don't think they said anything about shirt tails tucked in. I guess that was just assumed. But if you had a zipper on the side of your khaki pants, you got to go buy some somewhere, and they're only $75 in the pro shop.
What a deal. Let me give you the rest of dress-up day. So the dress-up day is Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Not tomorrow, I guess, because we're playing Oxford. And then next
Well, they're
Wednesday,
not in school tomorrow.
there you go. Thank you, Adam. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. Wednesday is Superheroes versus Villains Day. Seniors dress as superheroes. And then the villains will be 9th, 10th, and 11th. Would you go, what would you be, the Penguin? Wank, 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 wank.
I'd be Rory McIlroy because he tore up the U.S. in golf.
That's Wednesday.
He'd be a villain.
Next Wednesday. Next Thursday is Frat Day. Oh, here you go, right here. John Simpson. Goes on to say, think khakis, ties, pastel or bright-colored button-downs, mid-calf, white socks. All right, there you go.
When I was in school, it was the little blue and white stripe Oxford, some were red, and those things. But
Yep.
and there were still some guys wore their PJs underneath their pants. You could see them sticking out the back.
And then where is the other one next Friday?
Which we were Norman and on New Row.
Next Friday is Black and Gold Homecoming Day. So that's the day of the game. And the morning pep rally and a 1 o'clock dismissal a week from tomorrow for Pell City. Very confusing in the Pell City school system if you're not really paying attention, because you got homecoming week dress-up stuff this week. You got rolling of yards this week, but homecoming is next week. You got Friday off this week, Pell City at Oxford, and then Pell City out next Monday and Tuesday, homecoming week finally, and then you got early release on Friday of next week for Pell City. So parents, guardians, pay attention.
At Oxford tomorrow night, Shades Valley in on Friday the 13th for homecoming. One of the funnest things we did, you had the bonfire. That was always a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And you would buy an old jalopy, or the school would, or somebody, and you'd take turns hitting it with a sledgehammer. And when you have arms this big and you're a 10th grader, you don't know how heavy a sledgehammer can be. Because you see the football players up there, they get the first crack at it, and they get the windshield and the mirrors and the headlights.
Like Porky's brother did.
Yeah. And then, the also-rans are left with just, we'll hit it wherever. But that was always, and you'd write the other team's name on the car, Oxford or whoever you're playing. I thought that was always fun. I don't know if I haven't heard of a bonfire in forever.
Where is last week the 7th and 8th grade for Pell City? Where were we? Because when we pulled in Mortimer Jordan, when we pulled in off of the road right in front of the high school, I was like, what is that thing? A spray painted car, all beat up and everything. So
probably had Coleman written on it because they played Coleman last week because I lost a unit on
then
that.
That would be it then, because they beat up the car and they put it out there on the main road for everybody to see.
That was always a lot of fun, but it's going to trigger something. Well, my kid was in a wreck. So, you can't do that.
It's violence.
Bonfire with the dry conditions we've had may not be the best of ideas, but you could have the fire department there. It ain't rocket science, but we're under a no burn order, so can't have any fun there.
That's just a recommendation.
It is 7:24 in the morning.
Have you seen, or anybody else seen, the one? It's like a bonfire thing, and it's massive. It's not quite like Texas A&M and that big old bonfire that they
used to do it. They had a tragedy.
Yeah, but it's a big fire, and it looks like it's a high school. And they must have poured, before the video started, there must have been 100 gallons of gas that they put in there. And this dude, and he looks like the fire marshal or I don't know, maybe he's the principal. He walks over there, and I don't think he has a flare. I don't know what he's got. I don't know if he has enough pieces of flare, but he had something. I'm going to say it's a flare. He walks over there, and it's a big bonfire. Tosses it in there. And just the whole pile of everything, whoosh, goes up in the air. The whole video goes, you can't see anything. It's all bright. Crap is flying all over the place.
And there's a guy over there on the side. Look at the humanity.
The dude didn't even budge.
Oh, he didn't?
He didn't duck. He didn't. Everybody's hollering and screaming. The camera's going crazy. And this dude simply walking back.
Is his name Terry?
I don't know who he was, but that video, it's a couple of years old. I'm thinking, man, I would have it looked like just the shockwave would have knocked him down.
There's a video coming out. I think it was last day or so. These guys are in a hotel room and they're charging, I think a camera or a drone or something, lithium battery. Ooh. And the hall security camera caught it. It caught a pretty good bit of that floor on fire. But I haven't heard of any bonfires at a homecoming thing. They still might do it. That's a little bit past my prime for homecoming, but
I'm thinking of Pell City had a bonfire a couple of times. It might be David Shore's era.
So we had one. Where'd we have it?
Like where, kind of in the parking lot area in front of the field house. Either that or maybe where the practice facility, the green field out there next to the indoor where the 7th and 8th grade
Well, that was
practiced a lot.
trees, wasn't it?
I mean, it might have been after they took them down because it was somewhere in that area, but it's been many years since a bonfire's been there. Hey, we got a lot of good football coming your way this Friday. We got a couple of games moved to Thursday during the course of the season. St. Clair County at Moody next Thursday. So St. Clair County at Moody a week from tonight. That game has been moved. And Pell City at Pinson Valley has been moved to Thursday, October the 26th. So y'all put that in your calendar. Games going on this week. All of them are on Friday. We don't have any Thursday games that we know of. Pell City at Oxford, St. Clair County at Alexandria. Etowah is at home against Aniana. Springville home against Moody. Lincoln home against Munford. Asheville is at Fultondale. Victory is at Raglan. And Leeds on the road at Southside.
Adam and John in the mornings. And 94.1 The River.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brent Bunton with Holly Automotive. We are a locally family-owned business right here in Pell City, just past the movie theater at the corner of Florida Road and Old Coast City Road. If you're in the market for another vehicle, we have cars, trucks, and SUVs. We buy, sell, or trade cars. So shop local. Come see us at Holly Automotive. We want to earn your business. Please call me, Brent Bunton, at 205-338-5355 or stop by and see us all here at Holly Automotive. 225 Old Coast City Road, Pell City, Alabama.
Doc's Bar and Grill in Pell City. Delicious food and a great atmosphere. Whether you're craving hand-breaded tenders, Philly cheesesteak, a Reuben, how about a BLT or a juicy bacon cheeseburger? Doc's has ribeyes, fillets, or salads like Caesar, Cobb, chicken, or Greek. Your favorite place to meet with friends, old and new. Doc's Bar and Grill. For lunch and dinner hours and to see their full menu, look up Doc's Bar and Grill on Facebook. Come see Amber and the great staff at Doc's Bar and Grill.
Let your mind go back over 100 years ago when a murder could be hidden. This October, Atrox Factory presents the Hatchet House VIP experience. For all the horrendous details, check out atroxfactory.com. Atrox Factory, let the screaming begin.
Forever Memories Monument Company has located all of their services to their convenient location on the Moody Parkway, where you'll find all of the familiar, trusted faces you've known for years. And as always, they'll do all they can to help your family find that perfect monument for that special loved one. Click on forevermemoriesmonuments.com or call 640-3040 or 884-3040, where Cheryl Pools and her staff will take great care of you. And a new location opening soon in Pell City. That's Forever Memories Monument Company, now in one convenient location on the Moody Parkway, where a memory made in stone will never be forgotten.
Since 1992, Trussell, Funderburg, Raybell, and Ferguson has been the team for all of your legal issues, specializing in general practice, commercial and residential real estate law, business litigation, insurance fraud, criminal and civil law, family law, including child custody, divorce and adoption, personal injury, and more. For complete details, log on to tfrblaw.com or call 205-338-7273. Trussell, Funderburg, Raybell, and Ferguson, the team for all of your legal issues.
Trick out your truck this fall
at Apex Vehicle Services in Pell City, where we install all the major brands of lift kits like Rough Country, all brands of custom wheels, tires, and off-road accessories. And we can even customize golf carts and ATVs. And financing is available, so call today to schedule your appointment. Apex Vehicle Services, 205-813-7373, or click on apexvehicleservices.com.
That's Apex Vehicle Services,
the peak of quality auto care.
Weather on the river.
Weather update for today, partly sunny, high of 81. A little bit of rain coming up as we get into Thursday night and Friday. 65 degrees for Thursday evening. Friday, high of 78, some sunshine, and colder over the weekend. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river.
Casey Kasem has unlocked the American Top 40 vaults and is replaying original shows from the 80s. This week, Casey takes you back to October 11th, 1986. That's when Madonna was True Blue, Cyndi Lauper was showing her true colors, Lionel Richie was dancing on the ceiling, and Huey Lewis was happy to be Stuck With You. You'll hear those songs, all the top 40 hits, and the long-distance dedications from October 11th, 1986, right here on American Top 40, the 80s.
1 o'clock Saturday afternoon on 94.1 FM The River.
And on the River app.
Adam and John in the mornings. 94.1 The River.
– 7:32 on a Thursday with the River. Just a couple of days away from Green Acres comes to Springville, their first annual. That's going to be this Saturday starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 until 4 in the downtown area, honoring Hank Patterson, who was Fred Ziffel on Green Acres. He was born in Springville in 1888, went on to Hollywood and did well, as we say. He taught a pig how to talk, Arnold Ziffel. And Arnold Jr. is going to be there for pictures and stuff like that, put on by the Springville Preservation Society. Park wherever you can, I'm guessing, and there'll be more than likely signs and people dressed up in costume like they did Green Acres. Ebb always wore like this multicolored coat. He was the farmhand.
Didn't a pig go to school? Carry books or something in his mouth?
I don't remember him going to school. He could work a remote on a TV.
It's pretty good.
Probably drove a little bit. And
I bet he tasted yummy, too.
no,
Bacon.
they never cooked him. Hank Patterson, born in Springville. And this is the first hopeful annual, and it starts at 9 o'clock Saturday morning in downtown Springville, Alabama.
Some other stuff going on this weekend. You've heard us talking about the Boo Bash on Sunday. If you've got a boat, or if you want to do a paddle board or a canoe or something like that, it might take a lot of effort, and it may be a little chilly on Sunday, but the Boo Bash is, I don't know how many years they've been doing this now. It's kind of new. It's not like super, super old by any means, but I understand it's getting really, really large. The Boo Bash on Logan Martin. It's trick-or-treating in your boat. So you go from pier to pier, and obviously not every pier is going to be doing it. So they have a map of everybody who's participating, people decorating their piers and having candy and stuff out there for you. It's going to be this Sunday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., so you're going to be doing it while the sun is out. And just hop on Facebook and look up Boo Bash, Boobash, Boo Bash on Logan Martin. And the maps are up there. All the information is up there, stuff like that. And I don't know, you could probably, I would think, if you want to take part in this and, do your pier and give out candy at your pier, probably still have time to get on there and to get registered and get on the map. So that's a pretty cool thing. Hopefully a lot of people do that. Bring a blanket, though, because you know what happens when you're on the water? You don't have any trees blocking the breeze. You know what happens when the boat is going? You got a breeze, and it's going to be chilly.
High of 69, according to my phone, on Sunday. Is anybody going to Georgia? Nobody. And I mean nobody. Nobody hit the lottery last night. The Powerball, it's now, I think, $1.4 billion. That's not enough even to get the Biden family excited yet. But $1.4 billion, nobody hit it last night. And they'll draw again, I think, on Saturday. You get about $600 million if you take the one-time payout. And then here comes the government with their handout. So you'll end up Jed Clampett money. But we've talked about this a lot. Who would you give $1 million to? And probably family members going to be first up. But if you have $300 million, you can give 100 people $1 million and still have $200 million left.
That's a pretty good deal.
That is still a good deal. And on that note, I don't think it's even close. Will Alabama first have A, a lottery, or B, NIL money?
NIL money. Won't even close. I agree. I heard you talking about that in the 6 o'clock hour. We need to have our sideline guy for Pell City football, also known as Senator Lance Bell, State Senator Lance Bell. We need to have him up here in the studios and talk about the NIL, the AHSAA, any type of regulations that the Senate and the state or the House are looking at. Because there's a lot of people not happy with the AHSAA, some of their rulings, some of the laws and the governance that they have, and then also the lottery. We need to talk to Senator Bill about the lottery. So I heard you talking about that on the drive-in this morning. I was like, we need to have. I'll talk to Lance tomorrow about it, the football game, and see if we can bring him up tomorrow.
Dropping names.
Lance.
We did text, and he said mainly it's going to be on the AHSAA, where they blur the line between.
Everybody get up.
Professional and amateur. So that's what they did in Georgia. Florida is drafting one right now. And I think Alabama will have one. It's according to when Nick Saban wants it. I'm not sure he likes it, but I don't think there's anything he can do about it. I don't think he likes NIL at all.
No, I don't think so either.
He'll say some of the right things, and he'll go with that flow because that's where everything's flowing. But I don't think he likes it. When it first came out, his initial thoughts were, this is nuts. And now it's moving on down to the high schools. What about the choir?
I would think anything, NIL, anything. And I actually have somebody.
Right now it's sports, but band members.
Somebody sent me a text yesterday when we were talking about it. Why not that piccolo player? Oh, that's a good piccolo player down there. They might
transfer.
Yeah. They might blow Southerner, blow piccolo player, blow. Why not? Right?
Once you got a can. It's got a lid on it. It's got dirt in it and worms, right?
Is it the whoop? You know what can or
no?
Another
It's a can of worms, and they're kind of cardboardy, waxy. Remember you look in there. Yeah, there's worms in there. As long as you keep the lid shut, you have control, right?
Yes.
But has anybody ever dumped it all out and then got it back in there just like it was, or even close? No. It's all over. There's dirt everywhere. It's on your hands. The worms are gone, and you will never get it back in there. Why just athletes?
The toothpaste is out. It's not going back into the tube.
And, let's face it, you're really smart. You got a lot of intellectuals from the Ivy League looking at your school because you got a 4.9 GPA and have taken advanced placement. It's getting a lot of attention your way, a lot of good media press. Hello? You don't know where it stops. I wonder what's in this can here. Let me see, take that lid off. Ooh, dump it out. Uh-oh. And that's what we have done.
It is. Whether Saban likes it or not, it's here and it's coming. We talked to Coach Probst about it during the coaches show on Tuesday, and we played some clips of it yesterday, and Coach is like, Alabama better get it. If not, some of these big athletes from the state of Alabama are going to be going to Georgia, going to be going to Florida to get the money. And he talked about that quarterback from
Juju.
Juju.
Carrollton, Georgia.
Carrollton. Kid's getting paid. He's a sophomore this year. He's getting paid $60,000 to put a quarterback camp on. He said Arch Manning is coming over from Texas, and I tell you, I think it'll be ugly at some point. Giving $60,000 to a 14 or 15-year-old, and then you've got, just go on a What's Happening page. A lot of those people are parents. There's a lot of idiots on those pages. So you got those idiot parents with all this money now. Hey, look, if you're insulted by it, then that probably means it's you on that What's Happening page making those stupid comments. But yeah, it'll be.
Well, here's what's going to get ugly. You look at the tiny kingdom to our west, Mountain Brook.
Mm-hmm.
They can find jobs for anybody and pay whatever they want for any given player from anywhere in the country, right?
Yep.
That's going to be known as privilege. While let's just say Viger, who's got a really good football tradition, right? Mm-hmm. Don't have the economic capabilities to do that. That's not fair. So who's going to step in then?
I think it's marketability.
But you're killing smaller you're killing small schools and the inner city schools, which is, I mean, it's capitalism at its best. But somebody's always going to step in and go, "Whoop, can't have that." I mean, because what could Mountain Brook not do? They've got, I mean, when you start thinking, okay, who's got money in Alabama? Mays Bend and Mountain Brook. Mays Bend doesn't have a high school yet.
Hey, Mays Bend doesn't have a big chess set in front of the columns like Mountain Brook City Hall does. So don't compare us with it. Anybody ever played chess or checkers with that big old human size? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
It's right there in front of City Hall, and there's rich people up there in Mountain Brook.
But that will be. But you know, when it comes around, Mountain Brook could pluck a player from Viger.
Sure,
like
absolutely.
Like Tron Williams, played down there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he would have been a monster in college had he not blown his knee out. But we just got a text. They're drafting one in Florida. We got all sorts of problems in this country, so let's be sure to fix NIL first at 7:42 on a Thursday. Alabama hasn't done it yet. Will we have it in play by the 2024 football season?
Say
yeah.
No, I don't think.
Why? Well, if you're going to do it, why not go ahead and do it?
Because it's the AHSAA. And their head is in their rear end most of the time.
They're figuring out how they can get a cut.
Well, and that's the key. That's the key right there. The AHSAA, it's all about the student athlete. No, it's not. It's about them getting money. They have no oversight. By the way, the senator said he would be happy to come up. So we need to look at the schedule for next week and see what works for us and for him. And bringing up Senator Bell to talk about NIL. What's the discussion going on in Montgomery? AHSAA, a lot of people not happy with them. They have no oversight. They can do what they want to do. The lottery, is that ever coming to Alabama? Yeah, we had a state senator that introduced it several times in Montgomery, Jim McClendon. And I don't know if he ever, I love Doc McClendon, but I don't know if this is the right terminology. I always thought he was kind of sarcastic / farcist. Is that a word? I think I just made up. Kind of a farce when he introduced the bill. Do you know where I'm going or what I'm trying to say?
No, but you're over there in that corner, and I got the paint out.
No, I'm good. Hey, he's not in office anymore. It's good. No, I think several times when he introduced it almost to the point of where it was farcical. Again, I'm making up names and words this morning. Whereas almost
like a bicycle?
I'm not really comical, but not very where people would take it serious. Because remember, and it's like every bill, it got changed a gazillion times before it actually got in front of somebody, and then obviously it got shot down every time.
Well, maybe the conversation always was: is Alabama going to get a lottery? Well, I'll introduce a bill. Maybe like that. Is that what you're kind of saying? We'll throw one out there and see what happens.
Yeah, and it was not I think when
what would a good one be?
I don't. The biggest thing is where does the money go that the state gets, and that's here's how it passes.
John Rogers.
Put it in.
Not that one. Another. I know a buddy of mine.
Oh yeah,
John.
yeah.
Lives in Eufaula.
You just like Alabama. You put it in the education part of it. You put it in the education budget, and I think that's what the problem has been. Is that most of the time that it's been introduced, and I'm probably dead wrong on this, the majority of the money goes to the state of Alabama general fund, where there's kind of no accountability. It's just, hey, here's another. I'm just going to say, $1 billion for the state of Alabama. That
would almost build a prison we got to build.
To do whatever you want to do with, as opposed to, hey, let's throw it all into a state education fund. And then like Georgia, as long as you're a kid in the state of Alabama, then you get to go to a college with minimal, monies. And I think that's always been kind of the holdup for it.
Well, it is, I think we'll have NIL way before Alabama if indeed we ever do have a lottery. In a roundabout way, I'm glad we don't. How many times would you go to the store this week? Let's put $10 on it. All of a sudden, you spent, $50 on lottery 3 weeks in a row. That's $150. If I did my math right. And how many times are you going to win? 0.
Are you standing in front of the package store, the ABC store, saying, hey, sir, this is your 8th suitcase that you bought this month of PBR? You're going to, if you're going to take that
just
aspect.
For me, I can drive by the state store and not even look. But if I go pay for gas or whatever, what's $10?
It's like the lady says, you got to play to win.
You do have to play to win. But it's like how many millions to 1? 292 million to 1 of hitting the lottery. Well, I am not going to be that one.
Look, it's a $1.4 billion pot. So how can you go wrong? Buy every number.
It's great if nobody else hits it.
Yes. And
you don't have to pay taxes on it. If they could give you that big pile of money and you can leave on a boat and they'll never find you, but you got to pay your taxes on it.
By the way, this is the third largest Powerball jackpot, the $1.4 billion, which is going to be drawn, what's today, Thursday? On Saturday. If somebody hits it there. The second largest, $1.586 billion. That was, there were 3 winners, California, Florida, Tennessee, and that was in 2016. The largest Powerball jackpot ever was almost a year ago, November the 7th, 2022, and I think it was a single winner.
It was, over $2 billion.
California, $2.04 billion to one person. Juan. It might have been Juan out there in California.
Now, I've kept up with him a little bit. I think he's bought several houses. You can buy whatever you want. You'll never spend all that money.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to invest. What's the take home on $2.04 billion? What
you get about just a tad more than half if you do the pay me now, and then here comes the feds and the state.
Yeah.
So you're still going to be crazy, crazy rich, but that's a big chunk of change. I think we will have NIL. I'll tip at you we will have it for the next school calendar year, 2024, 2025.
I'll tip bet that one. That's too fast to make it go through the AHSA. Although they do have
they just started in Florida yesterday, and they'll have one in a week.
They have the template. They have the template of Georgia. They have the template of Florida.
Georgia used Missouri's. Mm-hmm. And Kirby Smart made big fun of Missouri's when it came out. And now Georgia's doing the same thing. It's either, let's face it, if it were golf, they might drag their feet a little bit, but it's football. Does Alabama want to be passed by Georgia, Tennessee, which has it, by the way, and the rest by dragging their feet a little bit? There's not any rule. There's only like 3 rules. Have you seen the draft of it?
Yeah, there's not much.
There's really not a lot to it, and they even put in a clause where the schools are supposed to help teach the athletes or whoever kind of how to save. They'll even make an account for you and hold it until you graduate. There's one stipulation that's voluntary where you give 75% of it to your teammates. Have you seen this one?
No, really?
But it's strictly, that's just in there if you want to do it. But there's really not. It's very simple. You can put it all on one piece of paper. The rules for Georgia's NIL, and they copied Missouri's, if I'm not mistaken, where you can pay high school athletes. The school can't pay them, and it can't be like if, say, somebody from Trustful High gets that. There can't be anything trustful on anything they do. No school logo, no helmet, no uniform. You're strictly your name, image, and likeness, but it doesn't have. You can't be promoting the school, and it can't be performance based. Like you can't say, well, it's $1,000 if you'll sign. $100 100-yard game is another $1,000. It can't be that.
We're going to do NIL. We'll do when it passes. We'll do the River NIL. We're going to give it to the holder on extra points. give them some recognition. The long snapper to the holder. We'll do some type of a, I don't know, we'll do NIL for those two.
And therein lies the problem. If you've ever been, let's say, in a band, you're all doing the same thing, but somebody makes twice as much as everybody else, sooner or later, that's going to be a problem.
Oh, crap, yeah.
It's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
So that, for what it's worth, it's worked down at, well, we say it's worked at Auburn in Alabama. We're really new into it. But high schools, hey, who brought us some goodies this morning?
I don't know, some crazy lady who brought us some biscuits this morning, and she brought Kit Kats for me. Creesha Wyatt, thank you, Creesha. She is a member of putting on the Boo Bash and promoting it. So thank you, Creesha. We appreciate you bringing us some bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and some Kit Kats and some Yummies and stuff like that. Again, if you want to check out Boo Bash, go on Facebook. Just look up Boo Bash. It is a trick-or-treating by water. 7:52. We got news headlines coming up at the top of the hour. I got to give some stuff away. We got a $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment, and we also have a lunch for two to Triple G's.
So, my buds and I are at Buffalo Wild Wings for game day Sunday, and there is football everywhere, except when I blink. I once missed a game-winning TD because of a blink. Been wanting to turn the inside of my eyelids into a B-dubs ever since. Wall-to-wall TVs, hot wings, bartender serving me beers, all in my own eyelids. But insurance won't cover it, so I gotta come up with the cash. Well, at least there's still the real Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar!
Please drink responsibly.
Benton Nissan of Oxford is your premier Nissan auto dealership. We stock the complete lineup of Nissan vehicles, offering a huge selection of new Nissan cars, pickup trucks, and SUVs, and top quality used vehicles. Benton Nissan of Oxford is a full-service auto dealership, and our friendly sales team provides our customers with expert auto financing, reliable auto service, and top-notch Nissan parts and accessories. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, we want to give you the ultimate car buying experience. Visit our Facebook page or come see our state-of-the-art facilities. Benton Nissan of Oxford, 1834 U.S. Highway 78 East in Oxford, Alabama.
In an emergency, every minute counts. Get emergency care close to home. Care teams at Ascension St. Vincent St. Clair are here for you when illness or injury happens, and we're maintaining strict precautions to keep you and your family safe in our care. Don't delay the care you need. Call 205-851-7150, 205-851-7150.
If your home is full of old, broken down appliances, get in touch with Appliance Parts and Service. For years, they have been saving residents big on washers, dryers, refrigerators, freezers, stoves, and much more. Plus, they do repairs at your place or theirs. And if you need parts, they have them. Appliance Parts and Service, 501 27th Street North, just up Comer Avenue from the Pell City Steakhouse. Or give them a call at 338-8121. That's 338-8121.
Hillgrove Funeral Home has been part of the Pell City landscape since 1908. That's over a century of helping local families create personalized services and memorials. From traditional services to the celebration of life, the staff at the Hillgrove Funeral Home will do all they can to help you and your family through a very tough time. They will even help you plan in advance. See Mitch Barchi and the staff at the Hillgrove Funeral Home on 2nd Avenue North in Pell City. Log on to the website for more, hillgrovefh.com, or call 205-338-3341.
It wasn't that long ago. We were having Willie's because colleges were playing games on Friday. And now we've taken the box of worms, little waxy paper, looked down there, worms in there, and there's dirt. Turned it over, and now we will never get it back in that box again. NIL has come to Georgia, name, image, and likeness. Read an article just real quick during the break. Could be in Florida by January. I don't think there's any. Once you say we're good to go, I think we're good to go. I think Alabama will have it for the next school year.
All right, that is an official tip bet. I will take that. We used to have a dry erase board in the studios, and we had a tip bet board because sometimes we make bets that could be a decade later. I mean, we've been doing this 23 years together. We figured we'd be decent by now, but we're not. Thank you to everybody who's watching and listening for whatever reason. But we used to have, no joke, we had a dry erase board, and if we made, like in this case, we're talking about a bet that's 8 months away, whatever it is.
We had one, and I had, as far as the school system fixing the lines, that thing that's going on has been forever.
Oh, that's been resolved.
Okay. And I don't remember getting $1, and I think that it went for like 2 or 3 years. I think it ended in 2018.
Yeah.
I ain't seen my $1 yet.
I don't see the dry erase board. I see no evidence of that tip bet. But yeah, that was like a several year out tip bet because I thought the superintendents and everybody else would have worked it out by that point. The
something really nice
school district lines and there was issues and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently not. 7:57. Adam and John here with you on 94.1 The River. Again, thanks to Creesha Wyatt. Did you notice how I ate my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit?
Probably didn't eat the bread.
I pulled the bread off. Yes. Yeah. Thank you it was delicious though. Thank you, Creesha, again for that. Did you eat your bread?
Not yet. I hadn't eaten any of it yet.
Can I have the egg and the cheese and the bacon part in the middle?
Nope.
All right.
We have Laura Searles in the birthday club. Fran Tick is in there. Gary Steed, another candle on the cake. Crystal Hollingsworth is in the club. And Chastity and Parma Boyle, 27 wedding anniversaries. A fire alert across Alabama. There's a boatload of rain in East Texas and in Arkansas heading into Mississippi. I think it's going to dissipate a little bit before it gets here. Maybe by midnight. It's not going to be storms or anything, just maybe a little bit to knock down some of the dust and knock down that fire hazard just a little bit. If you were up last night, Jacksonville State was down 23-7, I think, going into the third quarter. And they opened the can, but it wasn't Worms. They beat Middle Tennessee State 45-30. Maybe one of the best second halves ever played by Jacksonville. They're now 5-1 on the season. The Gamecocks are.
All right. Oh, well, let me hold off on that. Right now, 62 degrees outside the studios. There's a little bit of rain way northwest Alabama, like Florence, way northwest Alabama. And we may see some. We may not. Odds are you probably will not see any rain over the next 24 hours-ish, but there is a slight chance. High of about 84 today, high of 84 tomorrow, and then here comes the cooler weather. So Friday's high 84, low of 54, and so Saturday's high 73 on Saturday, low of 50. Sunday, 71, 49. Monday, 73, 53, and pretty much all 70s for the most part next week as well. So cooling off.
Tomorrow night for high school football, we're going to see some winds from the north at up to 25 miles per hour.
Really?
Bringing that front. Yeah, I saw that last night. I was watching Wes Wyatt. He was on Channel 6. And he was saying that's going to be bringing the front in, and you're going to see some gusty winds at high school football games. It's going to be pretty much from the north. That'll make it feel a little bit cooler. So if you're kicking into that wind, it's going to knock it down a little bit.
Grandma going to have to tighten up that babushka on her head. The games going on around the area, 3 games on the River Sports Network. Pell City is at Oxford tomorrow. And don't forget, Pell City, last day of school before fall break is today. They're out on Friday and then next Monday and Tuesday. Homecoming week next week, by the way, for Pell City. So Pell City at Oxford. St. Clair County is at Alexandria. And Alexandria is 0-6 on the season. You can watch that game on the River Sports Network. And Etowah, you can listen to Etowah at home taking on Aniana. Other games around the area, Springville at home against Moody. Lincoln home against Munford, the game. Asheville is at Fultondale. Victory is at Raglan. And Leeds is at South Side. Do I have enough time to do a giveaway?
Nope.
No, come on, man.
WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation, it's 94.1. Pell City, Lincoln, Asheville, Raglan, Springville.
The River Studio is powered by Benton Nissan, Oxford, Alabama.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan is one of two publicly declared candidates so far to replace Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker. Neither were among the 8 Republicans voting to remove McCarthy.
I do think we have to have someone who can bring our team together. I think I'm best equipped to do that. The 8 people who voted in a way that I disagreed with, we got to bring them into the fold.
Congressman Jordan on Fox and Friends. Louisiana Republican Steve Scalise is running for Speaker as well. There's a memorial service today for California Senator Dianne Feinstein.
Vice President Kamala Harris, former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and San Francisco Mayor London Breed are set to speak. The service held at the steps of San Francisco City Hall will also include a recorded message from President Joe Biden.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. There's a private burial ceremony for just family after the service. Feinstein died last Friday, 90 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
The JP Dice weather update for today is calling for a partly sunny Thursday, 81 for an afternoon high. We do have a chance for some showers tonight, maybe even into Friday. We'll have JP Dice on in a bit with a complete look at the river area weather forecast. A nationwide test of the country's emergency alert system Wednesday went out to television stations, radios, and most phones. Now, the test began at about 1:18 our time on Wednesday, and officials are saying that if your phone did not get that text, it may have simply been turned off or on airplane mode or simply out of range of an active cell tower. You may have also been on the phone, and according to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the national test does not interrupt phone calls. Older phones may not have received that test as well, and the FCC and FEMA team up for this test about every 3 years. There's a full slate of high school football set for the river area Friday night, and some games later in the season are already being rescheduled for Thursday night play. We'll be going over this week's schedule and some of the games that have seen a schedule change as we go through this morning. Some rumors have been floating around Asheville as to what to do with the old St. Clair County Jail that once housed county prisoners, but with the new facility in Pell City, there are a lot of question marks as to what to do with the old one in Asheville. Now, Asheville Mayor Derek Mostella said he has been told multiple times that engineers say that the old jail needs to come down, that it's structurally unsafe. But County Commission Chairman Stan Bateman said he has not seen an official inspection of that building, where part of it was built in the 1930s and the other part back in the early 90s. But Bateman went on to say that the first step would be to get that facility inspected and then make decisions on what to do with it. And Asheville Mayor Derek Mostella went on to say that he would like to be included in more meetings as to what will be done with that facility once an inspection is made.
News on the river.
And we also have this announcement. Miss Dawn Phillips Holiday, age 66, from Pell City, has passed away. Her service is set for 11 o'clock this morning from the Usry Funeral Home with burial at the Noble Hill Cemetery in Attala. The Usry Funeral Home is directing the 11 a.m. service today for 66-year-old Miss Dawn Phillips Holiday from Pell City. Also, Mr. Jerry Wayne, better known as Buckshot McKay, age 54, from Steele, has passed away. His service is set for 1 o'clock Friday afternoon from the Usry Funeral Home with burial at the Reeves Grove Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends beginning at 11 Friday morning at the Usry Funeral Home, directing the service for 54-year-old Mr. Jerry Wayne, better known as Buckshot McKay, from Steele.
weather on the river.
Weather update for today, partly sunny, high of 81. A little bit of rain coming up as we get into Thursday night and Friday. 65 degrees for Thursday evening. Friday, high of 78, some sunshine, and colder over the weekend. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Enjoy in the mornings. 94.1 The River.
Are there any drummers in the house?
I play percussion. That's because he couldn't play anything else.
Shut up.
It is 8:07. We have Miss Margaret Thomas Vaughn in the birthday club for the 93rd time. Happy birthday, Miss Margaret. From the River, Candace Carlisle Baker. Another three-namer in there. Laura Searles, Fran Tick is in the club. Gary Steed and Crystal Hollingsworth. Chastity and Paulie Boyle, anniversary number 27 from the Birthday and Anniversary Club. Joinable at 205-884-1430. Be careful burning anything. And tomorrow, if we don't get any rain, it's going to be extremely windy coming in here Friday night. Could add a little nip to the air at high school football games. Going to be nice tomorrow in the 70s. But I don't know when the temp's really going to start falling. But that 20, 25 mile per hour wind gust. We played a gig last spring. It was St. Patrick's Day because it was like green stuff everywhere. And it was outside, and it was maybe 45 degrees. It wasn't bad. And about an hour before we quit, the wind started blowing, 200 miles an hour from the north. It was frigid. Brutal cold.
I'm looking at you're talking about the temperature falling. If you're going to a football game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff, it's going to be 69 degrees.
That's
7
perfect.
o'clock. Yeah, and by the end of the game, 9 o'clock, it's going to be 65 degrees. So
that's not cold.
If you're just sitting there, you may want to bring a little hoodie just in
It's been colder
case.
than that every morning this week.
And it's a little chilly.
We got down it was 57 one day this week. It was 61 or 2. No, but with the wind.
Taking the wind.
Is it going to? It'll affect the kicking game for sure. If you have a 35-yarder into the wind to try to win one Friday night, say your prayers before you go out there, 'cause that might be a tough one.
Now, Saturday morning, if you're going to be an early riser and not sleep in Saturday morning, sunshine Saturday at 7 a.m., 51 degrees. So it will get chilly as the night rolls on through Friday night.
After football.
It's after football is when it really starts to drop and get down into the low 50s. I'm sure we'll have some 40s somewhere around the area and up in North Alabama, but it'll be good football weather. We don't have Thursday games this week that we know of around the river area. I'm sure there are games in the state tonight, but we don't know of any around the area. There are some Thursday games that have been already announced in the river area. Next Thursday, St. Clair County is going to be at Moody. You can watch that game on the River Sports Network. Coach Tyler Robinson and the St. Clair County Saints on the River Sports Network. They'll be down on 411, taking on Coach Jake Gaines and the Moody Blue Devils. You got Pell City and Pinson Valley on Thursday, October the 26th. So that game has been announced for Thursday, October the 26th, Pell City at Pinson Valley. That's the next to last week because Pell City is at Springville that following week to wrap up the regular season. And the other games going on, we got Pell City at Oxford tomorrow night, St. Clair County at Alexandria, Etowah home against Aniana, Springville home against Moody, Lincoln is home against Munford, Asheville at Fultondale, Victory at Raglan, and Leeds at Southside. I meant to look this up. When's the last time Victory beat Raglan in the regular season or any time?
That'll be one we'll have to look up.
Let me look it up. Victory is 4-2. Raglan is 3-3. But like last year, Raglan's 3-3 record a little deceptive because they played up in classifications in the first part of the season. So that 3-3 a little deceiving for Raglan.
And let's take that one step further. We've heard our coach Rush Probst talk about he'd rather play up. I think every non-region team we played this year, we played down.
Mm-hmm.
Like every one, correct?
I think so. Eufaula, Leeds, Moody, and Springville. Those 4 are all 5A.
That might be going by the wayside if, he kind of practices what he preaches. Because he was talking during one of the coaches' shows about bringing these, not the IMGs, but close into Pell City.
Well, and he also talked about he likes 6 home games. So buying out a game.
We'd like 10.
Possibly. Yeah,
That'd be
I'd like 10
good.
as well.
Yeah.
It'd be great if we could be in our home press box.
Set
all
up a
10
Marty.
games. But we would enjoy 10 home games. But 6 home games is something that Rush Probst, a coach's, maybe the second or third coach's show this season, he's like, I'm not used to playing 5 home, 5 away. Usually we do 6 home and 4 away. And so Coach
So he thinks he's a guitar player.
Coach Probst, he obviously did not have anything to do with the schedule this season, but the reclassification, usually about December is when word starts to leak out of Montgomery and the AHSAA as far as teams that may go up or down in classification. The maps start to leak out as far as what region that you're in football-wise and the other sports, and then the official announcement comes out. So it'll be interesting to see. By the way, when do you let's see, they have played, Raglan and Victory have played 19 times since 2002. How many wins does Victory have in those 19 times?
2.
Close. They're 3 and 16. Victory Christian. Their last win not too long ago, 2019. Victory beat Raglan 21-19.
In 2019?
2019.
The score was 20-19?
21-19. Yeah.
Well, let's back up a little bit, Pell City. If you're going to if you want to say buy a game, move it from there to here. Because save for the Moody hosting the team from Maryland, as a rule, you flip-flop. Whatever team you play at home during the 2-year run, you play at home the next year. The teams that can be bought, where you can buy out a thing, are generally going to be your smaller teams, wouldn't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Or ones that don't draw a crowd.
Correct.
If you're going to schedule up, those are going to be harder games to buy out, won't they?
Yeah. I mean, depending on who. I mean, Rush knows how to do it. There's no doubt about that. So, and I don't know what you guarantee the visiting team, but it's. I mean, he likes the 6 home games.
Let's take it one step further. ESPN calls. And you get some big team out of Georgia, whatever. Okay, look, you're going to be, we can't guarantee you a dime, but you're going to be on national TV. Something like that?
Possibly, yeah. And Rush made, Thursdays, Lance Bowman.
We're just speculating here, by the way.
Yeah, Lance Bowman, who does color commentating with me for Pell City football, and this is one of my highlights of the week because we get to talk football off the record, and we talk everything from A to Z, me, Lance, and Coach Probst.
You know what I do? I sit in the corner and pout.
No, he's in the corner here.
Yeah,
he's not allowed.
Here. No, not there.
Down.
Like in that room, and there's a little corner with a stool on it and a great big hat with a point on the end.
But nothing is off limits with Coach Probst. I mean, and he's an open book to us. And when he goes to the dry erase board and he starts drawing up the plays I just love talking football with him. No joke, I think he might have a photographic memory because some of the things that he remembers and the plays, specific things of plays, His football memory is holy tamale. So, crap, I forgot where we were. Squirrel. I forgot what we were talking about right before then.
Buying a game.
Yeah.
Schools.
He mentioned this on one of the coaches' shows, and it might have been either this past week or the week before, about ESPN, because he's all about ESPN coming in and doing a game and the exposure. But one of the things he mentioned briefly, and I'll talk to him about it this morning, is I don't think Pete Rich Stadium meets the minimum standards of what ESPN requires to come in. I don't know if it's seating. I don't know if it's the room for ESPN to have cameras and everything. Because look, it's national television. If you watched last week, Clay Chalkville taking on Thompson,
They had 6 cameras.
Did they?
Scott Elliott sent me a text because we were talking about, the difference between ESPN and like us, and they had 6 cameras. I would venture to say, well, he must know. We got a really nice press box.
Yes, we do. They're not getting our ESPN. You ain't getting our room.
We have an extremely nice press box.
You know how many? So,
but we don't pass muster.
So, no, and I'll ask him exactly what it is. I don't know if it's the minimum capacity or what. So ESPN brings 6 cameras. You know how many we had at Eufaula last week? We had 4. The Pell City broadcast had 4 cameras, including our new sideline camera that we will have from here on out. So we got the sideline camera that we have with Pell City. And Pell City going to be on the road at Oxford tomorrow. So we're looking forward to bringing that game to you. Of course, Pell City, St. Clair County, and Etowah. You can watch and listen to those 3 teams all season long. And, yeah, here's the thing. I don't know how many texts and Facebook messages. We've been doing Pell City games since 1976 here on WFHK. We've had the station, Karen and I have had the station 23 years. You know how many games we have not done of Pell City in our 23 years and since 1976? 0. We've done every Pell City game since 1976. Why y'all sending me texts just because the game is 3 hours away? Are y'all going to be carrying the game tonight? Yeah, we're going to be carrying the game. I didn't even respond to him because I would have been ugly to him. So
looking for the soapbox.
We do Pell City games, even if it is in New Hampshire. We're gonna do the game. So don't ask us, are we doing the Pell City game because it's a little bit of a drive?
Did Therese move the soapbox? I don't see it. We going to Oxford tomorrow night?
I don't understand why people were sending messages. Are y'all gonna do the Pell City game? What's the last Pell City game we didn't do? You can't remember because it was back in the 70s.
A lot of people are trying to be nice, Bob. But so where's that soapbox?
I'm on it. That's why you can't find it.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm trying to find, and I can't, the ratings for that Clay Chalkville at Thompson game last week. How many people it's nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night, you're flipping through, you're a guy, I've seen it. Where's football?
That is a good game,
I'd much
too.
rather, and I'm going to watch, they do a lot. I get a channel that does a bunch of them from Georgia. I don't know what it is, but it does Georgia a lot. And I cannot find, they got to be, you think 100,000 people were watching?
Yeah, I think, yeah. You're talking about national
TV game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 100,000. Just by stumbling upon it, I think 100,000 people. Here's, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He does the live stream for Vestavia. And I brag on our numbers all the time. Our live stream numbers for Pell City football are phenomenal. And St. Clair football. Let me give you some quick numbers. So again, my buddy does live stream. He handles all the live stream stuff. Vestavia, the Vestavia Hoover game. Do you know how many views they had? And they push it to Facebook and NFHS. Those are the only two. We push to Facebook. We push to YouTube. We'll probably push to NFHS. Eventually, anyway, that's a whole other can of worms.
We've dumped out a lot of worms this morning.
The Vestavia Hoover game this year, you know how many views that they had?
I have no clue.
They had right at 3,000 views. Vestavia and Hoover, right at about 3,000 views. Pell City, every Pell City game that we broadcast, we break at least 10,000 views. Every Pell City game, at least 10,000. I mean, we've bumped 20, 30,000 on some games. And as Pell City and Rush Probst turns the program around, people like W's. Those views go higher and higher and higher. So the Pell City numbers that we pull on live stream way outperforming Vestavia Hoover. Those should be 50,000 views on live streams, but they don't.
They don't have a radio station pushing it either.
Exactly. We don't, and that's the big advantage that I
wouldn't say big advantage.
The teams on the River Sports Network have is that the only FM station in the county and our 30,000 followers on Facebook. So it's kind of like what you were talking about with ESPN, where people last Thursday night when Clay Chalkville and shout it out, Adam Thompson were playing
football.
That a lot of people just, out of curiosity's sake, let me check this game out. Same thing. Our St. Clair County has won 2 games in the last 4 or 5 years, something like that. Our St. Clair County and Tyler Robinson games, the games we live stream, outperform Vestavia Hills every single week on our live stream numbers. And so we appreciate everybody who tunes in and watches our live stream. And again, with the power of the only FM station in the county and our 30,000 built-in followers on Facebook and our YouTube followers, we outperform the vast majority of football live streams in the state of Alabama every Friday night. Amen. Woo! Woo-hoo! Thank you.
8:23, and are we going to Oxford tomorrow? Will we be there?
It's a long drive, but I think we're going to be doing the game.
7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night, a 5:30 go to the stadium, and it starts right in with a coach's show, right? I mean, just boom, it's on.
Well, 5:30, we do about a 6 or 7 minute live segment from the stadium there, and then we go straight to the coach's show from there, and Coach was talking about NIL and all the other stuff like that. All right, let's do a giveaway. 8:23, we've got a $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment that we need to give away. And we'll do the giveaway before, let's say 8:45. So make sure that you are watching and or listening before 8:45 or ish that we will give this one away. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Do the birthdays for me real quick, will you? And then let me set this up.
Birthdayers at 8:25 in the morning on this Thursday, the 5th of October, day number 278 of this year. 87 left, and only 81 days until Christmas, by the way. 27 wedding anniversaries for Chastity and Paulie Boyle. Crystal Hollingsworth is in the club along with Gary Steed. Fran Tick is celebrating one more candle on the cake. Laura Searles in there. Candace Carlisle Baker, a 3-namer, and one more 3-namer celebrating birthday number 93. Margaret Thomas Vaughn is in the club. Get in there, Facebook at them, or call us during a break at 205-884-1430.
Tasha, who, we had, hey, thanks, by the way, to our friends at Hargray. We had some internet issues yesterday, and literally within probably 20 minutes of us saying something on the air and me texting Mike at Hargray, they were here. They had bucket trucks. They were climbing telephone poles and Hargray poles. Who owns the poles? It's a power company, isn't it? I think so.
I think. I don't know.
Anyway, hats off to Hargray. Thanks so much. We had some noise in the line, and they replaced some stuff. And so thanks again, our partners at Hargray. They always take care of us, and we greatly appreciate that. But Tasha, she says, I was watching yesterday, kept freezing up. But she said, my husband's birthday was yesterday. Alan Brookshire. I'm guessing he has the same name as his last name as his wife. So Alan
My sister Dutton
with a big red heart. Oh, she kept her
She
Simpson?
kept her name, yeah. I don't know why.
She burned her bra in the 70s too, Carla?
Well, I didn't watch.
So Alan Brookshire, he is belated birthday. So happy birthday, Alan. Here we go. This is totally out of left field, but you were talking earlier about Toto and Journey. They're coming into town when to do their singing stuff?
They're touring together. They're touring the country, and they're going to be in Birmingham in mid-February.
Okay. Tickets were, you looked it up, right?
Really good seats, maybe $300 plus your fees.
What's the most amount? Here is, listen to the question before you throw some answers up on Facebook. What is the most amount that you have paid for a ticket or pair of tickets, and who was it to go see? On the live stream, it's $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment, or we'll give you the option. We'll do two winners. First winner will be able to pick what they want, a $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment or lunch for two to Triple G's. We have those in hand. But on the live stream, the most that you have paid for either a ticket or if you went with somebody, how much did you pay for that ticket or pair of tickets? And who did you go see? Don't lie now. Be honest. If you paid stupid amount of money, then put it on there because we're curious. I think the most we ever paid was probably for Buffett. Man. I don't remember what we paid for Key West, but it was probably either that or Nashville. Right after COVID, it was Buffett's first concert after COVID in Nashville, and we went to go see him, and Karen got some really good tickets, or maybe it was me, and they were about row number, 6 or 7, something like that. I'm gonna say $300 to $350 a ticket on that one. That was a lot, but I'm glad we did. So that's how you get registered on the live stream. What's the most you paid for a ticket or a pair of tickets, and who did you go see? And that's how you get registered on the live stream, 94.1 FM The River on Facebook. Let us know, and you're registered. First person that we pick to win at 7:45 gets to choose either $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment or lunch for two to Triple G's, and the second winner will get whatever prize was not chosen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brent Button from Holly Automotive here in Pale City, Alabama. We are a locally family-owned dealership in Pale City. Please like and follow our growing Facebook page at Holly Automotive, where we upload all new inventory daily with prices, pictures, and descriptions. Please call me, Brent Button, 205-338-5355, or stop by and see us all here at Holly Automotive, 225 Old Coast City Road, Pale City, Alabama.
I'm Brian Collins with Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports in Pale City. From sales to service to parts, our goal at Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports is to meet all your ATV, side-by-side, and motorcycle needs. And we finance. We have experienced staff and certified technicians on hand in our service department. And we also have a wide variety of accessories, riding gear. We'll keep you looking good. Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports on Palmer Avenue, or call 205-473-0143.
Judy's BCTs is now Aunt Judy's. Hi, this is Susanna Bischoff Gibson, and I'd like to invite you to visit us at our brand new location in downtown Pell City, right next to the gas station. Same great service, same great designs, same great family. Aunt Judy's is your home for the $5 school spirit shirt. We can do shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and the list goes on and on. From 6 months to 6X. Screen print, vinyl, sublimation printing, sticker vinyl, and much more. Visit us at our new location in downtown Pell City, next to the gas station, just one block down from our old location. Check out our Facebook page, Aunt Judy's, for more info. Judy's PCTs is now Aunt Judy's.
Come to Bucks Island's Kayak Corner and take advantage of our kayak clearance. We need to make room for 2024 year models, and that means savings on Hobie and Jackson kayaks. Massive clearance prices on all 22 and 23 models. Don't let these deals pass you by. Huge selection of Hobie and Jackson kayaks on sale now. Kayak layaways now available for Christmas. Paddle over to Bucks Island in Southside, Alabama. Click bucksisland.com or call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island is your kayak headquarters. And remember, don't buy a boat until you get a Bucks quote.
Southeast Ace in Pell City has the full line of steel power equipment with award-winning service. Powered up 7 days a week.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Weather on the river.
Weather update for today, partly sunny, high of 81. A little bit of rain coming up as we get into Thursday night and Friday. 65 degrees for Thursday evening. Friday, high of 78, some sunshine, and colder over the weekend. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Enjoy in the mornings on the 94.1 The River.
Your turn.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Whee! Oh, wrong one. All right, so we're giving away the your choice. We're going to have two winners. The first winner gets to choose which one the prize they want. Either a $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment, or lunch for two to Triple G's. And we have both those in hand. You can come and pick them up this morning if you so desire. The way to get registered is on the live stream on our Facebook page, which is 94.1 FM The River. The most that you've ever paid for tickets, either single ticket or pair of tickets, and then who did you go see? Journey and Toto are coming in, and a couple $100 will get you some pretty decent seats there. And I can't remember, I'm looking to see if Karen has texted me yet. Well, I don't see it. I think the most we paid either the Key West Jimmy Buffett concert earlier this year, or we went to see Buffett in Nashville, the first concert he did after COVID. And I'm thinking $300 to $350 a ticket, and it was worth it, especially the Key West one. I mean, he was dead 6 months later, unfortunately, but worth every bit of it. All right, so let me read some of them. Sheena paid... Is this right? Sheena, you got to have a comma in the wrong place or something. Slipknot. Do you have any idea any Slipknot songs? I can't name
I've heard of them, but no clue.
$1,500. I don't know if she got to sing with the band or play with the band. Holy tamale. She must be a big fan of Slipknot. BL paid $100 a piece to Foo Fighters. BL, you cheapskate. Come on, man. Cretia went to go see JT and Ed Sheeran, $150 a ticket. Michael, he just whizzed his $375 away. He went to go see Kiss. Ugh, man. What a waste of money.
How much? $375. I saw them for $7.
What a deal. Did you go to the back of JCPenney to get your tickets?
No, we drove down to the CTO. You wanted good tickets to go see Kiss.
Ah, the CTO, yes, where they give you the old ticket.
It might have been $10.
Kimberly paid $95 to go see Garth. Scott Elliott paid $280 for a pair of nosebleeds to see the Eagles in Birmingham about 8 years ago. Yeah, Karen, oh, man, it was the Hades Freezes Over tour. When was that? Mid to late 90s?
95-ish.
They came to Birmingham, and the tickets, like the nosebleed tickets, I think were $2 and change or something. And we were like, nah, that's just too much. And it was. I mean, this is back in the mid-'90s. But, man, I wish I would have gone ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. Because all the Eagles were still alive at the time. Michael, let's see. Yeah, okay, Michael paid that $375 front row and backstage to see Kiss. Michael, you still whizzed away $375. Let's see. Deanna says, I can't even remember the amount of money, but I know it definitely was Five Finger Death Punch concert tickets that costed the most out of all she's been to.
Is that the name of the band?
Five Finger Death Punch, yeah. You're very angry when you leave.
The drum. The whole song.
Mosh pit and everything. Yeah, you get punched and you can't get mad. Annette went to go see Mercy Me, $75. Mercy
Christian band.
Is that what it is? Let's see. Our buddy John Hesterly out building some stuff with wood right now. 2 tickets were $225 to go see Journey and Def Leppard about 5 years ago in Birmingham. Tasha. All right, Tasha paid some money. Well, her husband did, who just had a birthday yesterday. Tasha says, I think my husband paid about $1,000 for Chris Stapleton and George Strait. It was Tasha and her mom, and it was Tasha's birthday present while her husband was serving in Iraq. Tasha, thank you to your husband for serving in Iraq. Appreciate that. So he put some coin. Tanya says $200 to see the Eagles in the nosebleed section, but ended up on the 6th row because of an online ticket glitch.
That was a good glitch.
Yeah, it was.
Most glitches are bad.
It was. Let's see. Deanna said she just paid $110 for tickets for the NF concert in May. NF. What is NF? What's the NF concert?
They might have left out the L.
Not NF. Dun, 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 dun.
Frozen Tundra.
Deanna, what is the NF concert? No, I don't know what that is. Ann Zimmerman, $300 for Eagles concert. Brittany paid $200 for Garth. Richard, $110 for 2 tickets to see Luther, Big Luther, in 1992 at the BJCC. Floor seats, 6 rows from the stage.
Luther Vandross?
Yeah. I love Luther. He's dead, right?
I don't know.
I put these guys and women in their graves a little early. I don't know if Luther's still with us. I'm thinking he's dead, though. Let's see. Joseph Brasho, $300 to see who? The Avett Brothers and Trampled by Turtles. You ever heard
Sounds
of
like a kid's movie.
Yeah,
Were any Ninja Turtles there?
I've never heard of either one. $300 to see the Avett Brothers and Trampled by Turtles. I don't know if he's making that up or not.
I've never heard of either one of them.
Yeah, me either. Let's see. All right, Deanna says NF is a rapper. BL says it's a rapper. And so there you go. So NF, who I probably don't want to know what those 2 letters stand for if he's a rapper. Have you heard any of the music the kids listen to? Them kids and whippersnappers. Everything sounds the same. It's all auto-tune. You listen.
Our parents and their parents and their parents all said the same thing.
No. This is totally different.
Said same thing.
Totally different. Matter of fact, I think we even talked about that because they had the music playing at Eufaula in the press box or in the stadium last Friday, and it's a it's auto-tuned behind it. It's the same beat, and it's horrible.
Here's the main reason I don't want to get an electric car. You know, when you go to the gas pump and you're going to be there about 3 or 4 minutes pumping gas, and that screen starts playing on the gas pump?
Yes.
Can you imagine being there for 4 hours? It doesn't have an off button, and if you break it, you're probably going to jail. That's one really good reason not to get an electric car. The most I've ever spent on a ticket, do you know what the band was called?
Deputy 5.
No.
What?
It's a weird name. Speeding Mazda.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Speeding, was it an RX-7?
I was driving it.
Really?
That's the most I've ever paid for a ticket.
Oh, I got you.
The band was called.
He got jokes this
Can
morning.
you get the hook out of your mouth?
Yep.
Was called Speeding Mazda. Went by myself.
Brandy apparently was like Doc Simpson's son here, who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he
No work ethic.
Went to the country club every day,
Gravel parking lot.
played golf every day.
I did do that.
Brandy says, my stepmom was a concert promoter. Luckily, never had to pay for tickets. Her first concert was George Strait. So she's kind of rubbing it in. She never had to pay for
Kind of
tickets.
starting at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go from there?
Yeah, that's cool, though. She got friends in high places.
It is 4 minutes away from giving this away. JJ, by the way, she kept her last name as well once she wed the Donald.
She's kind of snooty like that.
$87 to go see Boz Scaggs back in 2017. I remember when she went. I love Boz Scaggs. He pretty good. He better than Ricky Skaggs.
Let's see. Oh, man. All right, so Karen, and again, full disclosure, because seriously, now you are thrifty. That's a nice way. You turn your mic on, it helps. That's a nice.
I've got a clip I want to play. I've worked every weekend since 1980.
I know, but sometimes you just got to say, it's like what was it? Tom Cruise in Risky Business, when Booger told him, sometimes you just got to say, what the heck? So Karen, she says, I think Key West was the most expensive ticket when we went to see Buffett in February. She says, I think we ended up paying around $600 to $700 for both tickets. So $300 to $350 for the pair. She goes on to say, I almost bought tickets to the Eagles when they were here about 10 years ago. Tickets were about $500 for a pair, and they weren't great seats. And like I said earlier, she said, should have done it, but we didn't.
Okay, just think what'd you do last Friday?
We did football.
What time did you get home?
As crazy as it is, we did Pell City football on the road.
What time did you get home?
We got home early.
See, seriously, that comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, the concert was Wednesday. Well, you know you're going to be up 24 hours on Friday. You have to save up a little you down from your hair down. So, seriously, and if I have a weekend off, you know what the last thing I want to do is go hear a band. And then you got to deal with it's too much of a hassle now. I mean, I went to a bunch of concerts. I say a bunch. Did I go to 24 concerts? Like where you had to get in your car, buy a ticket, go through a turnstile, smell the pot. Ooh, I got out in the parking lot the other day, and some dude was smoking a stinkweed.
Really?
Oh, you can smell like that. But it's just, I just soon sit in the recliner and sleep.
When we went to I'm trying to think the most pot-filled. That needs to be our next trivia question. The most pot-filled concert you went to. It might have been Buffett in Key West.
Was it stinkweed?
Oh man,
bad.
And it was all over. I was so hungry by the end of that concert. We stopped and ate conch fritters at every place on the way back. At Mallory Square. No, it was funny because sitting in front of us, we sat in like the back part, almost up on a hill where the ocean was behind us. There was nobody behind us. We're on top of a hill. It was so gorgeous. I mean, I will never have a better concert in my life than that one. I mean, it did not get any better than that. Definitely bucket list thing. But there were some, and it was an older crowd. It is going to be an older crowd for the most part. And there were a group of probably, 8 or 10 people in front of us. And I think it might have been the first joint for a couple of them. And there was this one lady, and by the end of, she was just totally out of it. And it was entertaining to watch them and especially that one lady smoking. But probably that Buffett concert earlier this year in Key West was the most pot-filled concert.
Could you have lit up a cigarette there?
You light up a.
Well, I mean, could you smoke a cigarette?
It was outside, so yes, I guess. I don't know.
See, that to me, that might be a crowd that would allow the pot, but want to kick somebody out for smoking a Winston Light. And the pot now smells. If you've ever maybe been around when a cow gave birth, it's kind of like that. It's bad. And I've been around many of those, by the way.
Tasha says the girls behind me smoked way too much before and slept through most of the concert. It's funny how pot has a different effect on people. One, it mellows some people out. Others, it makes them hungry, gives them the munchies. Others, it freaks.
Giggles.
Yeah, giggles. Some people, it makes them freak out. Makes them paranoid. And what about you? And I know
it was going to be back one of the Kiss concerts or any of them from the 70s, because you could smoke cigarettes there. So if the police were to come by, you just stomped it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of cared a little bit, way more than they do now. Like if you were to smoke pot, they was just pot. He ain't shooting nobody. Good, leave them alone. But yeah, it was just as commonplace. But it was a totally different smell then. And I've looked into that. The oils have something to do with it. But yeah, speeding Mazda was the most I ever paid for a ticket. It was just a little bit over $100.
Not the ticket that we were talking about. Hey, Eileen, by the way, our buddy Eileen she gave me a hi, Adam Stocks, a couple of minutes ago. Hopefully she's still watching. Eileen is
Good
out
thing I'm not here.
I think she's out in Washington State. Yeah, that's out in Washington State. So hopefully all is well out there.
Good thing I'm not here.
Do what?
Good thing I'm not here.
Yeah,
Didn't say hi to me.
Nope, she doesn't like. She's an old Navy buddy. So, I mean, we go back Navy years, many, many, many years ago. Go back to the 90s out in San Diego.
You know what you can't find hardly in Washington anymore?
What?
Like a Walmart or a Target.
Oh, they're closing them.
They're
Everybody's
closing their
looting.
doors.
Yeah.
They're closing a bunch of Starbucks in Oakland. I wonder why.
Will you do the birthdays real quick? Let me pick. I'm going to get two winners here.
I've got the clip up from Fast Times. I don't think there's any wordy dirds in it. I didn't get to listen to it.
Where they come out of the van or what?
No, where they're buying tickets to go see Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it when we come out of a break. I'll have to preview it because I don't want any wordy dirds.
Come on, give it a whirl. Why not?
You gonna put your headphones on?
Yeah, I'll put the headphones
I
on.
I don't think there's one in there.
Go through this together.
That could be.
How much you want for something in the first 10 rows?
$20 a piece.
Those tickets are only $12.50.
So don't buy them.
Come on, Arnold. All the other scalpers are sold out.
Scalper?
That might be it. They were wanting to buy some Van Halen tickets.
Your mama's all right. Your daddy's all right. Is he trying to get those on Jefferson?
They're in the mall there. Then Jefferson's little brother comes up.
Yeah, what is Jefferson wanted what? He wanted some tickets for his little brother.
Was it REO Speedwagon?
I don't remember. All right, give me some birthdays, and I'm getting some winners here. Or you got some more Fast Times clubs.
Well, I've got a lot of that, but I'm not sure if we can play any of it. We have Alan Brookshire with a birthday, along with 93-year young Margaret Thomas Vaughn. Candace Carlisle Baker is in the club. Laura Searles, Fran Tick, Gary Steed, and Crystal Hollingsworth. Happy birthday to you. We have one anniversary couple, Chastity and Paulie Boyle, number 27, about to give away their choice of a $25 gift certificate to Premiere Cinertainment or lunch for deux from Triple G's.
All right, you ready? I got to cue something up here to go along with, dang it. Give me a little time because hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here it is right here. Ready? Okay, hold on. Will you pop me up? Here is a hint on who the winner is. I'm going to pull this name out of a song. See if you know who the winner is. Ready? The first name in the song.
She was with it. So I took her to my crib, and everything went well as planned. But when she got undressed, it was a big old mess. Sheena was a man.
I don't think our Sheena was a man, but Sheena is the winner. Sheena Higginbotham. Sheena was a man. Clank, clank, clank. Little funky Cold Medina by Tone Loc. Sheena Higginbotham, you are the first of the winners of 2. Sheena, let me know that you are there and you are the winner. There she is. All right, so Sheena, you tell me, which one do you want? Do you want the $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment? You can do movies, bowling, food. Or do you want lunch for 2 to Triple G's on Highway 78 as you're going out towards Rusty Jessup territory in Riverside? So Sheena was a man, and Sheena was a winner this morning as well. Which one do you want? And then we will tell you who the second winner is this morning. She's trying to decide right now.
Play the Jeopardy thing. Ding, ding, ding.
You can play the rest of Tone Loc if you want to.
Sun came up this morning at 6:42. It will go to bed at 6:24. Yeah, kind of shorter days. Going to be some windy conditions tomorrow night at high school football games. The chilly air really not until maybe Saturday morning. Will we get any rain? It's there's a chance. We ain't even had a chance for a while, so we'll take that chance and run with it. Been close to 3 weeks, I think, since we've had a drop of rain here.
It's been a while. Okay, so who was the winner again on this one?
Alex
from Stroh's.
They won't leave my dog alone with that Medina, pal.
Clank, clank, clank.
I went up to this girl. She said, "Hi, my name is Sheena." I thought she'd be good to go with a little funky Cold Medina. She said, "I'd like a drink." I said,
okay, I'll go get it.
And then a couple of sips, she go lick the lips, and I knew that she was with it. So I took her to my crib, and everything went well as planned. But when she got undressed, it was a big old mess. Sheena was a man.
Our Sheena was not a man. Our Sheena is a Sheena. Sheena Higginbotham. She paid $1,000, by the way, to go see Slipknot.
And what did she pick for us?
She got the $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment. So, Sheena, you can come pick your gift card up. If you win something, best time to pick stuff up is 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's when you know that we're here for sure, because after that, we're kind of in and out. The next winner, it's the lunch for 2 to Triple G's. Tanya Foster. She went to go see the Eagles. Tanya Foster, let me know that you are there in the live stream. And if you are, you got yourself lunch for 2 to Triple G's. If she's not, we will find a first alternate. Tanya Foster, let me know that you are still there. Lunch for 2 to Triple G's on the table. 94 seconds. You got it.
Benton Nissan of Oxford is your premier Nissan auto dealership. We stock the complete lineup of Nissan vehicles, offering a huge selection of new Nissan cars, pickup trucks, and SUVs, and top quality used vehicles. Benton Nissan of Oxford is a full-service auto dealership, and our friendly sales team provides our customers with expert auto financing, reliable auto service, and top-notch Nissan parts and accessories. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, we want to give you the ultimate car buying experience. Visit our Facebook page or come see our state-of-the-art facilities. Benton Nissan of Oxford, 1834 U.S. Highway 78 East in Oxford, Alabama.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Call me, Drew Alexander, at Union State Insurance, 205-884-1670, or on Facebook, Union State Insurance.
Doc's Bar and Grill in Pell City. Delicious food and a great atmosphere. Whether you're craving hand-breaded tenders, Philly cheesesteak, a Reuben, how about a BLT or a juicy bacon cheeseburger? Doc's has ribeyes, fillets, or salads like Caesar, Cobb, chicken, or Greek. Your favorite place to meet with friends, old and new. Doc's Bar and Grill. For lunch and dinner hours and to see their full menu, look up Doc's Bar and Grill on Facebook. Come see Amber and the great staff at Doc's Bar and Grill.
Hey, this is Jeff Barnes from Food Barn in Raglan. Here's what we have on sale this week.
Pick up fryer drumsticks, only 89 cents a pound. Fresh boneless pork sirloin chops, $1.99 a pound. Angus boneless beef shoulder roast, $3.99 a pound. Fresh ground round, $4.99 a pound. Covered wagon sliced bacon, $18.99 for the big 10-pound box. Fresh boneless pork steak, $2.49 a pound. Eckrich regular or thick sliced bologna, $1.99 for the 12-ounce package. Bar S hot dogs, 2 packages, $3. Jimmy Dean sliced bacon, hickory smoked or applewood, $4.49 for the 12-ounce package. Check out these manager specials. Center cut pork chops, $1.99 a pound. And pork quarter loins, only $1.79 a pound. Check out the fantastic deals on Pepsi products. Got some tasty drinks and snacks and healthy fruits and vegetables. And be sure to find the Food Barn on Facebook and online at foodbarnraglan.com.
That's the Food Barn in Raglan, where you can get everything you need from down on the farm, and it won't cost you a leg or an arm. Give us a call, 472-2178. Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Karen Wilbanks with ERA King Real Estate, and I've been helping families find everything from their first home to their forever home for over 35 years. I love this area, and I love how it's become one of the most sought-after markets in the state of Alabama. Our schools are awesome, our neighbors are friendly, and our lake is a true Alabama treasure. And I would like to help you and your family find out just how enjoyable life can be. Give me a call. I'm Karen Wilbanks with ERA King Real Estate in Pell City. With their tools and my personal touch, we'll do all we can do to find you that perfect home. 205-368-9772 or find all my listings on PellCityRealtor.com.
It's only 2 weeks away. October 18th, 19th, and 20th. 3 big days. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's the annual Heritage South Credit Union Fall Car Sale. It's only 2 weeks away. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Get ready to save. Cars, trucks, SUVs are ready to receive incredible financing rates from Heritage South Credit Union. October 18th, 19th, and 20th. At the Heritage South Credit Union branch on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. We're only 2 weeks away.
Adam and John in the mornings on the 94.1 The River.
What can I do for you, gentlemen?
You the guy with the Van Halen tickets?
That could be.
How much you want for something in the first 10 rows?
$20 a piece.
Those tickets are only $12.50.
So don't buy them.
Come on, Arnold. All the other scalpers are sold out.
Scalper? Did you call me a scalper? Listen, gentlemen, I perform a service here, and the service costs money. Now, do you want the tickets or don't you?
Okay, we'll take them.
All right. What did I say, 25?
20.
So $12.50 today would be $1,250.
That's about right, yeah.
Seriously, I mean, they saw Van Halen, original price, $12.50. What was that movie from? 82?
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, I think I saw him for less than $10. And he scalped them for 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the $12.50, literally, for a top draw would be $1,250.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
All right, what is it? 8:58. Congratulations again, Tanya Foster. She won lunch for 2 to Triple G's. And Sheena was a man. Clank, clank, clank. Sheena Higginbotham was not a man. She did pay $1,000 one time to go see Slipknot. But she's the winner of a $25 pair of tickets or $25 gift card to Premiere Cinertainment. Keith says, how do I sign up my son for the birthday club? His birthday's November the 16th. Shoot us a message on November the 16th, Keith, because if we wrote it down now, in the next 11 days, it would be lost up in this room right here. Wilson would eat it, or who knows what would happen. Anybody see me burn myself during the break on that candle?
I saw that.
Did you see the fire was almost coming like outside of the jar over there. You can't really see the jar where it is. All right, so we were talking a little marijuana at concerts a couple of minutes ago before we went to break. Like, what's the most stink weed that you've ever experienced at a concert. You said it was one of your Kiss concerts way back in the time.
Yeah, it was way back. Yeah, Kiss was still new. Their makeup wasn't even cold yet.
So can we go out with the song that I was queuing up? Did you hear me singing and shouting the song? Because for some reason, we're talking about stinkweed. And for some reason, I think it was either yesterday or a day before, either Cheech or Chong opened up maybe an art museum, and they popped up on my Facebook feed. And I was like, they looked really old, especially, well, they both looked old. But that started making me think, all right, Cheech and Chong, a little bit of stinkweed, and one of my favorite episodes, or one of my favorite parts of was it Up in Smoke?
They are all the same.
They pretty much are the same. All right, can we go out with the Mexican-American song?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go out with this one. Y'all have a good Thursday, what's left of it. We got Today in Music History coming up on the other side of the 9 o'clock news. We're going to leave you with little Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, right there. Okay, let's try. Mexican-Americans don't like to just get into gang fights. They like flowers and music and white girls named Debbie too. Mexican-Americans are named Chata and Chela and Chema and have a son-in-law named Jeff. Mexican-Americans don't like to get up early in the morning, but they have to, so they do it real slow. Mexican-Americans love education, so they go to night school and they take Spanish and get a B. Yeah, leave that in. Mexican-Americans love their nanas and their nonos and their ninas and their ninos. Nanu, nanu, nina, no, no. Mexican-Americans don't like to go to the movies where the dude has to wear contact lenses to make his blue eyes brown, 'cause don't it make my brown eyes blue? And that's all I got. How do you like it?
Oh, that's good.
Pretty good, huh? It's like a protest tune, man.
Yeah, I dig that, man.
Yeah.
But you know, while you were singing that, I wrote another tune.
WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation